this man with a lot of hair. Just a normal beekeeping guy. But one day, the neighbor lady, the person he loves most, suddenly committed suicide. Take all your savings. Anger at their actions destroys their conscience. He stood up. Search and fight against hackers. There's revenge for the poor old woman. Whether he will be successful or everyone not, is welcome. Follow along with me the top movie Cow. Please ask in 2024. Because he hated the scene of fighting and roam around everywhere. Has retreated into hiding. Gentle with the name Adam. Next to him now is only his old neighbor to keep you company during leisure. Besides Robbie, she is the person I admire the most. Respond sincerely. She also invited the bald man to her house for dinner tonight. Later, he checked his email. Then suddenly a warning screen appeared. Your computer is infected with a virus. There is also a contact number hotline below to assist with troubleshooting. She was worried and called and met a support staff. I know why Loa is a this young man immediately made then finish with one sentence. Take the device to a repair shop. However, all data on the device will be erased. Because the hard drive is infected with a virus. Then you must immediately install our best security software. Just hearing it already smells like a scam. Without even knowing that. Is actually a member of a large-scale fraud. The result is the total savings amounted to $2 million. And those damn scammers here just stood up to celebrate like the virtual good leave the other side. A poor old woman is suffering to the extreme. On the other side, he is bald. Don't forget either. Make a special gift of a bottle of premium honey. However, as soon as I arrived at her house, held at gunpoint from behind. She is the neighbor's daughter. And also an FBI agent. Turns out to be a grandmother. Because he was so desperate, he ended his own life. After investigating computer discovered data, raw work. My mother was scammed by high-tech criminals. She met Adam to apologize for misunderstanding him as the murderer. Why did my mother do such foolish things? That group of high-tech scammers is a huge organization. Worth mentioning. They are backed by an extremely large force. Because every time you get sued, go to court. Not even the FBI can touch these guys. The bald man said nothing but drove back to his farm. Then take out a package hidden in a beekeeping box. It is a satellite phone used to contact your secret organization. So the bald guy is an undercover agent. Retired for fun. This park. Because life pushes and life pushes. So he decided to ponds return. And lakes take revenge for the customer. After receiving information about bald the guy to hands too. Two security guards ran to Raw. Cho gave each guy a punch and laid him down. Entered into. He asked the receptionist to warn him. People evacuated the building. As for me, I went straight to the courtroom. He shouted loudly, "You guys!" Even though he has a good education, he cheats to make money dishonestly. I thought they were afraid of AI and even dared to laugh in his face. He worried and took care of his hair so he could go bald. It's okay to curse at but once he touched his silky hair, something is happening. He continuously punched and broke his avatar. Get gasoline and water scared everywhere. Them so much that they jumped out of their pants. The manager saw this and immediately brought Theo. He thought he was going to be easy to kill. But unexpectedly, he encountered a wild animal. Each guy's mouth. Who rushed in, quickly collapsed on the floor. Then he gently took the explosive and attached it. The detonator is connected to the line. The victim only needs to call this switchboard. You already know that. The manager was so scared that his 3 legs and 4 legs rushed out. With just a phone call from a technology illiterate at the headquarters of Danford Corporation. I didn't expect the president of this giant corporation, named Derek. While I was skateboarding, the manager called to suddenly, there was a crazy bald guy. Came and burned down the switchboard. Boss, Derek's is so angry. Immediately ordered the manager to bald guy here works under me. The name of the president is the former director. Name Wellness01. WHO he doesn't But know. As for Adam, he was ignorant. Hence Derek's. Call the manager for review. Recent lucrative victims. To find clues. Finally, he found Mrs. Iloa's house. At the same time, he encountered the bald used to get to the switchboard. So he gave the gangsters their lives. He carried a gun and shot his B-guard into pieces. The processing warehouse. Who doubts that he hasn't had time to do anything yet. Was caught by Adam's neck and put a screwdriver He was so scared that his face was as green as a frog's ass. The chain around his neck. Then cut off another guy's head. The third guy was robbed by the gun pulled its barrel straight and tilted straight in place. Flew in front of the manager. He was so panicked that he pulled the Then I trembled even more when witnessing the tragic end of his accomplices. The cold, bald man pressed his hand against the chainsaw, losing all 4 fingers typing on the keyboard. Adam then carried 3 backpacks of swallows from the scene. The manager drove to the middle of the bridge, then picked up the phone and called Derek's boss. Watch out for the beekeeper. He is a true monster. But haven't finished speaking
Adam
yet.
grabbed him by the neck and dragged him
Brother,
out of the car.
I have a few million pie
Each dong
coins.
is valued at about 7
You
million
just need to
too.
nod once and I'll send it all to you.
Run for him.
Bald guys are not easy to attract. Like young people who have strong faith in life. What I want is to make him pay the price of death. The doctor's wife finished tying him up.
Just put the car in gear to
He
send him
always
off.
goes play with King Shui key in the glass part.
Adam then used his phone.
To talk to the chairman.
If something is delicious,
If
just
you
eat
haven't
it.
played anything yet, don't worry
But
and
you are
play
about
it.
to be carried to the altar.
Sit
by
and
me.
watch the green bananas.
Now Adam doesn't just want to purge the ringleader,
But also eliminate the Kier fraud
the
network.
name of the young president at
Started
this
to
time.
feel cold down the
He
spine.
immediately went to see Boaz.
To request the former intelligence
Find a way
director.
to solve him.
As soon as I heard Derek's mention warless beekeeper,
once.
imagine Ross' formidable background hidden
By Adam
behind.
at FBI headquarters.
They also had the results of the
Entire
investigation.
computer data system in the building.
The switchboard just turned bald and turned yellow.
All data is shown.
All are high-tech fraud criminals.
Moreover, it was just one among a row of
Across the
television.
United States.
So they speculate.
Sure.
There must be a headquarters to run them.
Where hundreds of billions of dollars in dirty money can be
However,
earned every
regarding
year.
Adam,
And
Agent
her
Vora
colleagues were completely clueless.
seems like all the data is about
Has been purged from the national database.
can't bank.
Credit or even airline travel history, just like a ghost, exists outside the law. This made Cho then begin to doubt
The bald guy belongs to a secret
that even the
government
FBI was unaware of.
At this same time,
See, thanks to that, the bald man's true identity has just been revealed. Super Honey Beekeeper has a reach beyond the government. The mission of the Bee Secret Agent
and maintain stability for the honeycomb
refers to the
system,
financial system,
military or security throughout
They
the
even
United
have the
States.
privilege of killing the
If
queen
you
bee.
notice, it produces bad things.
Can destroy the entire hive.
As for Adam, he was stopping to get gas.
Just got in the car and was
Then
about to
suddenly,
leave.
A car crashed into the assassin.
My
from
head
behind.
stepped down to carry the hot
But
goods
the
and
bald
fell
man
down.
quickly hid. Police heard gunshots.
Immediately present
But
at the
before
scene.
I could do anything, the color faded
Adam
right
took
on
the
spot.
opportunity to use a gasoline
Choose
hose
a
to attack
position
her,
to knock away your
and
opponent's
pressed her
machine
head
gun.
against the
Only
wall.
now
did he know.
This is an assassin sent by Warless.
She relied on her long legs to continuously
But
kick
none
towards
of the shots
Adam,
touched the opponent. Moreover, the bald guy grabbed the object and
then
threw it to
kicked
the
Cho
ground.
10 meters away.
The female assassin pulled out her gun and was about to shoot, but he was
Use a
nowhere to be
6-barrel
found.
gun to shoot bullets into the gas station.
The bald man calmly took the jar of honey and threw it
If you
right
want
at
to
her
taste
head.
it to see if it's
The
delicious,
fire turns
take
into
it.
a fragrant honey-grilled meat that
next
stings the
morning,
nose.
the
FBI came to investigate.
A beekeeping manual was discovered in the female killer's
Turns out
car,
She's also a secret
but
agent.
just limping into the profession. The old former intelligence director found him difficult
There
to eat
must be a
because he was
special
bald.
combat team to
Wales
deal with
warns
him.
not to be foolish and fight him
The
one-on-one.
whole group must work together to
luckily,
fight.
Bob
will have a chance.
Meanwhile,
Adam also broke into a program base.
Beekeeper, he immediately traced
Find
it.
the addresses of the next scam call center.
Before leaving,
Don't forget to pocket a few grenades for self-defense.
Agent Corona.
This side also learned about the B Secret Service
She reported
program.
everything about Adam to him.
Deputy Director of the
Forecast
FBI.
at the
Bald
same
guy's
time
next target.
is another call center in New York.
So she was given a task force to assist.
At the New York
Old
switchboard,
Violet's mercenaries have
To
arrived. To display troops for
set
battle.
up a net of
To
heaven and
capture
earth.
our bald god of war.
Outside the building is an FBI
Also
task
set up a
force
blockade around it.
discussing battle plans.
Then the bald man calmly walked over.
You guys just stay here.
Let me handle the Kier scammers.
Done.
You just need to clean up the scene and take credit.
Okay. The young captain was
Who
itching
the
to
hell
ask.
are you? It goes, guys.
Before we could make anything happen, the FBI
Was
team
beaten by
arrived.
The bald man. Cho went
Then he
ashore and
controlled a
went down to the
special
field.
forces soldier to get
Actually,
inside,
I just
but
wanted
not
to warn
intending
you.
to kill the FBI
But with
team.
this group of scammers, it's different.
If they let them live, more innocent people
like
will
a
be
medical
harmed.
lady. Mercenaries.
Seeing Adam, he immediately carried hot
The bald
goods
man
and
immediately
shot like
turned
rain. On the express and ran away,
They did not
wanting
listen
to drop
Mr.
his
Wells's
pants.
warning, but split up to search.
Wait for the enemy to
He
approach.
put down an electric wire and wrapped it
And
around
Kier
the guy's
received
neck.
2 colored airline tickets on the spot.
The captain approached The bald man immediately
need to
lied.
activate the building's emergency
Just
system.
as he tiptoed forward, Ra immediately grabbed the gun.
His disciples,
Now there's only the captain left to play solo with
even
Adam.
though the bald guy gave him the option
But
to
this
surrender.
guy still aggressively held the axe and slashed
As a
at
result,
him.
Adam gave him 2 elbows in the
Then
face.
ate the whole pot.
The fire lay on the floor outside. Agent Volumia decided to lead people
But
inside.
at this time, Adam also spread the rope.
The remaining mercenaries saw him.
So immediately get into the elevator.
Shoot the magazine
Then I heard a
clean.
beeping sound, so I panicked and ran out.
AI suddenly caught a cable trap and was pulled back.
So both the ladder and the person fell
Play
straight
with
into
Dean
the underworld,
Vlong.
seeing them off to their final resting
He
place.
proceeded to arrest the New York switchboard
Forced
manager.
him to reveal the headquarters.
He warned him that these were people who could not be
You
touched.
can rest assured that even the president
I
will
can
play
still
stupid.
kill them, let alone those guys.
If you're obedient, I'll leave
Let me
room for
breathe
you.
the air.
Because he was afraid of going blind and having a beautiful
At
grave.
this moment,
He revealed
Vora
everything.
took the hot product.
He
He
said
said that it was
inside.
these scammers who killed her mother. But Vora replied to let the law decide.
The bald man said if the law could solve
Then I
it,
wouldn't have had to rob
Then
him.
turned
around and left.
Verona saw the picture of the young president above. The computer screen also makes sense.
Headquarters side.
Old Wells bitterly informed Derek.
I gave up my
Tom had
hand.
no choice but to use his mother Ra as a
Then
shield.
Derek's mother is no one
As
else.
the current president of the United
If you're
States.
with her,
The honeybees won't be able to attack.
but that was their big mistake. Because the beekeeper has now made up his
Send
mind.
your queen bee down to the golden stream.
Because she realized that she had produced a terrible generation,
presidential
where the
palace.
sun announces the life of America's leader.
Choose a place of refuge. Almost the entire elite force
Has
of
been
the
mobilized
FBI.
to set up strict protective fences.
In the sky, helicopters on the ground.
A car
can't miss
passed
it.
by. Not even a mosquito can get inside.
Unfortunately, the bald guy is a hard
Mosquitoes can't get through. But bees
This
can
time,
still tear
Adam
down the
chose the
fence.
sewer route.
Use skateboards to move under the
Then
car.
he clung to Cal and waited.
The soldier just stuck his head in to
was
check the
immediately grabbed
undercarriage.
by the bald guy that I didn't have time
Some
to
disguise. He proudly walked Raw into the mansion inside.
Derek's hired a notorious assassin.
He was once told by a bald guy that no one would
Come here
accept
to
this
buy
term.
honey, making his girlfriend sad and tearful.
From then on, the assassin hated him bald to
and
the bone.
posted articles exposing him on
The
social
president
networks.
had also returned to the mansion
and met
at this
his son
time.
directly. When I asked about it, I found out that it
Derek's
caused a
took
big
advantage of
mess.
Danford Group
Inherently specializes
for
in
government
providing security
agencies.
software.
Then transfer it to the fraudulent switchboard
This
network.
shocking story shocked the president to the core.
She planned.
Announce all your son's mistakes to the public and ready to bear all the consequences.
Before the beekeeper.
Outside, Adam also changed into an
To be
elegant
able to
suit.
infiltrate the party of the elite.
Because I don't want to affect innocent
He
people.
deliberately lured the female agent out.
Ronaldo immediately informed
And
his
chased
teammates
after
he went
Adam.
bald so they could catch
And
up obediently raised his
with a
hand
sunny
in surrender
smile.
on the sensitive assassin's lips.
I think I was discriminated against
Treating
by the bald
disabled
guy.
people.
AI
I
expected him to press
the button to explode a series
Take
of cars
advantage of the
nearby.
chaotic
Adam took the
situation.
gun and shot the guy who said no in the
Specializes in kicking other people's rice
Conveniently,
bowls.
Hand picked up the corpses of
Then
some
the bald
mercenary
man controlled an
subordinates.
agent to get inside.
Met the FBI. Adam just punched them unconscious.
As for the mercenaries, you can just fight them
After
with your
defeating
hands.
them, he leisurely walked
Amidst
inside.
the siege of layers
But
and
he
layers.
was not afraid at all.
Avoid east and west. Just keep moving like
Even
the wind.
temporarily borrowed guns from special forces.
Some young FBI
I
men.
was also helpless before the bald
After
man.
cleaning up, he boldly
The
walked
assassin
forward.
suddenly rushed into attack. In martial arts, he is not your opponent.
This guy's crimes are covered in iron, so punching him will only
Do you
hurt.
remember?
Did you kick Tao out of the honey shop?
The bald man continued
Tao's
to
shop has
reply.
cameras installed, so don't mislead the
After
public.
hearing that, he panicked and slashed Tay.
He was about to throw Adam against the wall but was
He locked
counterattacked.
Tay and wrestled him
This
to the
guy
floor.
has a thick skin, so he doesn't know what pain
He
is,
immediately rushed forward,
causing
and
him to
skewered
receive a blow to the hip.
Adam tried to suppress the pain,
But
and pushed
human
his hand
strength
away.
is difficult to
But
compete
for
with
the bald
machines.
man, there's nothing he can't
So he
change.
changed his attack and broke the iron
Then
line.
lie
flat on the pillow.
Then gave him a stab through the back of Tay's
Next,
hand. He stabbed another knife right in
I
his
don't
left
think
chest.
he added another stab right to the
Ends
jugular
with a
artery.
hook punch.
Help him get a good night's sleep.
In the presidential
Derek's
suite.
went crazy and opened fire, shooting the
That's when Adam
deputy
broke the
director
door
of
and
the
entered.
FBI.
Seeing that, my son immediately took Ra's biological mother
Agent
as a
Volcana
hostage.
has also
He is
arrived.
bald again.
Give her a choice between corrupt
or a
laws.
bright justice.
Finished
Mr.
speaking,
Straight, this guy hits me right in
then
the middle
jumped
of
out the
Direct's
window
head.
to escape.
At the last minute, Vignana still had a chance but she decided to put down her gun and choose the
And
side
the
of
president
justice.
screamed miserably.
Before the departure of his ill-mannered
The movie
son.
ends here. Hello and see you again, everyone.